ArsenalFanTV, player ratings time. Bayern Munich 5, Arsenal 1. Now, I know I'm not outside the ground. Normally I'll do the player ratings outside the ground. Last night, very difficult to film outside of Bayern Munich, and we had to move back really quick because we had to fly back to the UK the same night. So doing it from here in the studio, but I'm still angry about the performance. Total capitulation by Arsenal. 1-1 at half time. Get them back to the Emirates. Even at 2-1, that's a great result. You've got an away goal. Get them back to the Emirates. Win the game. You've got the away goal. You're looking good. What do? Koscielny comes off. We absolutely fall apart again. And the manager, Arsene Wenger, now is under serious pressure. Even fans that have been big supporters of him, the ones that I was speaking to last night, saying to me that, you know what, they've had enough of this. But we'll get to Arsene Wenger. David Ospina, I'm going to give him a 6 out of 10. Could he have done a little bit better with his second goal? I don't know. But on the whole, he didn't play badly. He had no protection in front of him. Pulled off a couple of great saves, or it could have been even worse. 6 out of 10 for David Ospina. His kicking was good. He wasn't the main issue of the performance yesterday, but 6 out of 10 for David Ospina. Right back, Hector Bellerin, very average. You know, again, didn't really get forward much. Had a torrid time up against their wingers. Going to give him a 5 out of 10. Mustafi, poor again. What has happened to Mustafi? Ever since he's come back from his injury, he's been poor. He was terrible against Watford. He was poor against Chelsea. Poor again last night. Mustafi, 4 out of 10 for me. Laurent Koscielny, you know, had shaky moments, but on the whole was playing really, really well. Until he goes off, we just completely fall apart. Shows you what an important player he is. I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. Left-hand side, Kieran Gibbs. We were all calling for him to start the game. He got the start. He was terrible. You know, up against Robin and Costa, he just got absolutely ripped apart. 3 out of 10 for Kieran Gibbs. Really, really poor performance by him. If that's your audition to start week in, week out, Kieran, sorry, you fell miserably. In the midfield, Francis Coquelin, terrible again. Poor. Just looked like the other players out there were a level above him for Bayern Munich. Poor performance by him. 4 out of 10. Granit Xhaka as well. Again, we've paid a lot of money for this guy. I know it takes time to develop and to, you know, become a top player sometimes. You know, we've even seen with Pogba, Manchester United, he got off to a fairly slow start. But Xhaka has been off to a worse start. And again yesterday, I thought his performance was not up to scratch. 4 out of 10 for Granit Xhaka. Mesut Ozil, again yesterday. Poor. I heard this journalist say the other day that if the team plays well, Mesut Ozil plays well. If the team plays bad, Mesut Ozil plays bad. He's not a player that can lift the team. And that's what he should be doing. That was a German journalist who said that. Goes back to Germany, you'd think he'd want to put in a great performance to showcase what he's up to. Poor. 3 out of 10 for Mesut Ozil. Just anonymous in the game. Had a couple of little bit of moments, but we want more than moments from a guy who's supposed to be our star player. Alex Iwobi, for me, shouldn't have started the game. I would have went with Welbeck. He's a great young player, great talent. Tried his best, tried to, you know, make things happen with some little dribbles and that, but didn't really have any success. 5 out of 10 for Alex Iwobi. Oxlade-Chamberlain pushed out onto the wing. For me, he should have started where he started in the last couple of games where he's been so effective. It's almost like Arsene Wenger said to him, oh, well, Xhaka's coming back, but you played well. I don't want to drop you, so I'll put you out on the wing. Didn't have the greatest of games. 5 out of 10 for Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. But he should have been playing where he's been playing well. Why change it? It's infuriating. Alexis Sanchez, the only player, to me, apart from maybe say, you know, Ospina in goal, that comes out of the game with any credit. Even though he missed the penalty, brilliant finish to the follow-up. Played well, tried to make things happen. The one guy that puts in the performance week in, week out, that calls for the ball, give it to me, I'll try and see what I can do, I'll try and see if I can make something happen. He's the only one. So I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10. Man of the match for me in a team that was really, really poor. Substitutes, Gabriel came on. What can I say? Koscielny went off, it was 1-1. Gabriel comes on, we finished up 5-1. I'm not blaming all the goals on him, but he was just part of a very poor defence that conceded 4 goals in the second half, 3 out of 10. Theo Walcott came on way too late. The game's already done. Not a lot of chance for him to really do much, so 5 out of 10. Same with Olivier Giroud, came on, got no service, no chance to do anything, game's dead. So going to give him a 5 out of 10. The manager, I'm going to give him 3 out of 10. 3 out of 10. Players did let him down. Let's face it, those players were appalling. Some of the way they gave the ball away and stuff like that was appalling. But the manager got it all wrong with the team selection. Please, can somebody tell me why Danny Welbeck is not starting? The guy's come back from injury, and in every game he's played, he's looked dynamic, he's scored goals, he's been quick. Everybody knew that Mats Hummels and Javi Martinez are not the quickest. Get in behind them. Everybody knows that Danny Welbeck is a guy that will work his socks off up and down the wing. If he's still carrying a slight injury, start him and take him off after 50, 60 minutes. Then you can bring on Iwobi, or you can bring on Walcott, whoever, but start the guy that's on form. Why, Arsene Wenger, have you not started him? Team selection was wrong. Tactics, what were they? You know, what were the tactics? Were we trying to stop Bayern from playing? Were we trying to do our own stuff? It's like the players just go out there. You know, Arsene Wenger's famous for just saying to his players, go out and play. Go out and play, do your thing. Well, it's not working. It's not working. It's not worked for a long time. And I seriously think that now, speaking to fans last night, and not just the fans we interviewed, many off camera that have been big supporters of Arsene Wenger are saying that they feel that the time has come for him to say, you know what, I've done what I can do, but I need a new challenge, or I need to retire, but whatever. But it just seems like it needs freshening up. Doesn't seem to me like the players listen to Arsene Wenger anymore. Because there's never, you know, in these big games, despite all the talk before it, there's never a reaction from the players. And that seems to think, you know, you think to yourself, well, and then his body language is not right. He's sat down on the touchline, not doing much. Poor from Arsene Wenger, 3 out of 10. The fans yesterday, I'm going to give those fans 9 out of 10. Listen, we do make a lot of noise in the second half for obvious reasons, right? In the first half, they was making loads of noise, despite being in the top tier of the stand, where Bayern Munich trying to hide the fans away. Another one of those clubs who do that, which is disgraceful. But there was a massive turnout from Arsenal fans. Fans that, you know, went on the plane that we went on. That was like nearly £300 per ticket on that plane, right? And I'm just talking about the plane I was on, plus your £50, £60 for your ticket, food, drink. People would have spent £400 odd for the day. And that's just people who maybe would have won on that plane. Other people have gone there for a couple of days, have spent £500, £600 to go to the game. Players at the end of the game, only about 4 of them again came over and clapped. This is another thing that upsets me. Surely the manager should be instructing those players to go over at the end of a game, win, lose or draw, and thank those fans who spent all that money, spent their time. Not everybody flew direct. People went via this place, via that place. People drove on ferries. There was fans from all over Europe. I was sat next to a fan from Russia, who'd come to watch the game. And look what was handed out to them. So well done to those fans. 9 out of 10 for you guys. You didn't deserve that last night. When are the Arsenal players going to start showing a bit more respect for these fans? That's what I want to know. Poor performance. We're out of the Champions League. That's it. It's done. There's no way we're going to get no 4-0 win over Bayern Munich. Absolutely forget that. And it's the same old again for Arsenal.